Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tamding. I am the co-founder of Dachompa. Dachompa means it's a religious word in Buddhist, and it says that conquer your inner enemy, like the stress, the problems, everything. And the logo, it symbolizes a stupa of a Tibetan stupa. And I'm basically trying to show that Dachompa is a Tibetan company. Whoever sees that logo will get to know that it is a Tibetan company. So what is Dachompa? Dachompa Tech is a product and service-based IT solutions which is situated in Bangalore, and it has established in year 2016, end of year 2016. To be precise, it has established in November. And what we are doing is we are developing websites, we are developing mobile applications. It can be Android or iOS applications. And we are proud to say that we are the first Tibetan company to build a mobile application. And the primary goal or the objective of our company is to bring our Tibetan society more into digital system and create more job opportunities to the Tibetan people in any kind of work. For example, delivering or any call center or any kind of work, we are hoping to create more opportunities in our society itself. So if I describe about my team, whenever we do project, we start with the user interface and user experience designing, and I am the designer of user interface and user experience. And second, it goes to two different paths. If it is about mobile application, it goes to my co-founder, Tenzin Samten. And if it is about website developing, it goes to Tenzin Thakwa, one of my other co-founder. And then at the end, once we are done with web developing and mobile application developing, it goes to backend developer, my another co-founder, Tenzin Kelsang. So this is how we work, and I am glad to say that we are a perfect team to produce any kind of product, whether it is mobile application or whether it is web development. So these are a few projects that we have done earlier. First was Kala Chakra mobile app, which was released in the month of January 2017, and we got more than 1,000 downloads that time, and it is available in Google Play Store. And the second project was GCM GC 2017. That is mobile application for the GCM tournament, that is football tournament, which happens every year in Tibetan society. And that was released recently in April, and we got more than 2,000 downloads. And during that course of duration, we used to have 600 live users every day. So that was for 15 days, and it is also available in Play Store. And the main objective behind this application is to maintain the data. For 15 years, they've been playing football, and they don't have any information about past records, like who has scored, what are the matches they played, who are into finals, and all those informations they don't have. So our aim and objective is to keep that information, and that was just free of cost as a social service. And this is the project that we are doing right now. This is mobile project. It is a Central Tibetan Administration mobile application, and the name would be Tibet News, and it will release in the month of July in iOS as well as Android. This is the web project that we have done recently. This is Nyima Tibetan Massage Center, which is in Belgium right now. And this is the project that we are working on right now. This is about the Tibetan matrimonial site, and yes, they have the project, like this website is existing, but they don't have the good design, and they don't have the touch of that Tibetan thing. So they approached us, and we are helping them to do that. So this is our next project, but before I proceed to our next project, I would like to say that since we aimed to bring our Tibetan society more into digital system, we've been trying all through software. And it helps, but it doesn't help that huge. So what we thought is if we bring hardware and software together to help Tibetan people, it will not only help the literate people, but it will help to the illiterate people who doesn't know, much about the system. So because of that, we thought of doing point of sale system. We thought of building a point of sale system, and the reason why we are building is to manage the data. Point of sales system helps to manage data, and our target customer is the seasonal business in Tibetan society. The reason why we are targeting seasonal business is according to the CTA website, it says that 70% of economic mainstay is from a seasonal business. So we thought 70% is huge market. Okay, so there are few issues that are faced by the seasonal business, and before I go into this, even I have faced the same situation where my mom does business and she doesn't have any information to show. Like she doesn't even have the book to show, like what are the business, what are the profits, what are the plannings. And my co-founder's mom is a seasonal businesswoman, and even she doesn't have any accurate information about what they have been doing for so far. So first, the biggest issue was lack of information on POS system. So most of the Tibetan people, they just do normal, that old way of doing business, and they don't have much information and what is the importance of point of sale system. Second, whenever they go for business at the beginning, what they do is they go to monasteries or they reach out to some of the priests and they do divination. That is what they do, and people started laughing. So this is very funny thing. And the other problem is they write all the information in a book or in a file, and they don't have any digital system. Next problem is when they don't have digital system, they have to look after their shop for like 24/7. So they don't get time to go for some other project or some other important works. And when they go for another business, they might check in previous record. And when they check record, this is not only the record, they might have 2-3 heaps of books. So they have to check all the information. So that takes a lot of time. And finally, whenever they check the information from that book, they don't have accurate information. All information would be, some of the other thing would be missing. So the solutions we are providing is we will make a point of sale system so that we can keep the data for the lifetime. With the help of this data, they can strategize their business in the next season. And not only strategizing their business, but they can, when they are in the business, they can check their business details in real time across all the devices, whether it can be desktop or it can be tablet or it can be mobile. Then it will give the employees satisfaction as well, because in Tibetan society, in the business, seasonal business shop, the main problem that they're facing is, the salesperson not so loyal to them. They steal money, they steal clothes, everything, that thing happens. So if you have the digital system to look around, then definitely that problem would be solved. And at the end, we have customer satisfaction as well, because they don't have to wait for so long to get the bill. You can just enter and you can get the bill. So those are the solutions that we are providing. So this topic is very important for us, the market size and potential. Like I said, 70% of Tibetan people rely on the seasonal business, and when we researched more, we found that there are around 170 different locations in India, and in each location there are average of like 50 shops. So there are more than 5,000 shops where we can reach, and we are the first Tibetan POS system service provider, and it is very affordable and portable. And so far, none of the shop uses point of sale system, so we have very good potential for that. And I have compared few of the POS systems that are being used so far: Store Zigo, GoFrugal, and Peppertouch POS. When we check about their information, it's like for Store Zigo, they have to pay $15,000 per year for the subscription, and for GoFrugal, $5,000, and Peppertouch, $5,000. For Store Zigo, they have to pay separate for the hardware, everything, and for Store Zigo, there's no mobile application. For GoFrugal, they have to pay separate for the mobile application, and for Peppertouch, it varies according to the devices, and for all those three, they have to pay monthly maintenance charge. If you look at us, it's like $3,500 per year. You have to pay hardware price of only $6,500. Free maintenance throughout the year, and real-time updation. So this is our pure point of sale system. You will get one Android tablet, which is worth of around $7,000. You will get one barcode scanner, which is worth of around $3,000, and a thermal printer, which is worth of around $2,500. In total, it will be $12,500. However, we are offering with $6,500 only for the hardware price. Now, this is again most important for me, because to execute our plan, it is kind of difficult, because we Tibetans are quite stubborn, very religious, and they don't listen to other people unless they get complete trust, or So what we are going to do is we're going to do research for this year with basic prototypes, and so that we can get few data. And the second thing is we would like to interact with most of the owners, share what is the importance of point of sale system, and if possible, we will have a workshop kind of thing on point of sale system as well. And then we're gonna give them, once we are ready with the main product, we will give demo for 2 weeks so that they can get to know how easy that is. And with the help of research that we are doing for 3 shops, we can refer that data as, we can refer that data while we launch the product. So this is the financial projection that is approximately done, and the total amount that we are looking for is $7,25,000. That is that is for hardware price and the research price. So the total revenue that we are earning for a year, that is just the approximate, and the amount would be $18,20,000, and that will come from most of the other projects that we are doing, like developing mobile applications and websites. Then for the POS system hardware, we are taking example of 50 shops. If we sell it for 50 shops, then we are getting amount of $3,25,000 from the hardware, and from subscription we are getting 1.7 lakhs. So we have cost of around 7.25 lakh for the hardware price and research cost, and we have another cost like office rent, utility, and miscellaneous for 1.9 lakh. So the gross profit would be around 10 lakh, and margin would be 60%, and the net profit would be 9 lakh before tax. So this is our final projection approximately. Okay, so for particular POS system, for the first year we are earning revenue of around 5 lakh, which includes hardware cost as well as subscription cost. And in the second year we are earning 1.75 lakh, and in the third year we are earning 1.75 lakh, again only for the subscription. So when we check about the total cost, and when we check about the revenue that we are getting, we are not making that much profit. And we are not, the reason why we are building that particular POS system without any much profit is we would like to make some impact on our social community, just to bring them to more into digital system. That was our primary goal, and the profit is our secondary. And in futures, we have plans to reach out our point of sale systems throughout the shops in India. There are so many Tibetan shops in India. And we would like, we have planned to build a tour and travel mobile application and websites for Tibetan society as well. And we would like to make a customized point of sale system to the restaurants as well as hotels. So those are our future plans. And to conclude, I would like to say Dajomba's idea is your solution. And before I say that, I mentioned that we're going to research for the first year. And the reason why we are saying is I have seen in a book where my friend took a screenshot and sent it to me. And it says, if in order to be creativity, you have to go in that field and you have to know what they are doing, how they are doing, and most importantly, why they are doing that way. So if you get to know the reason why they are doing that way, then only you can give the best solution. Thank you so much.
My name is go by Sam in the community. I'm an entrepreneur, was ex-consultant who spent time in venture investing, and now I run a eyewear startup. But I've actually 5 years ago built the first Tibetan entrepreneurship program with TechnoServe. So actually, Vangir and I have worked together to pull this out, and I'm really excited to be here. Always see how entrepreneurship is growing across different settlements, especially at this level. So thanks Jeremy for having me here. Look forward to interacting with some of you. Really sorry I got delayed, but looking forward to more rest of the business.
I'm Mohit. I head the Learning and Program at School for Social Entrepreneurs India. We are a not-for-profit ourselves, where we run learning programs for social entrepreneurs, irrespective of the idea, sector, theme, location in the country. Anyone who has a strong why to what they want to do, we encourage them to apply for the programs. Short-term, long-term, in-depth, specific workshops. The base out of Delhi to Gam. Jeremy and I think it's been almost a year since we have been meeting and bumping into each other at multiple events and conversations and whatnot. And in selecting our last cohort, he played a critical role of being on the selection panel as well. And we kept talking about every time we met. I remember the first time we met, kept talking about, oh, don't worry, I'm going to invite you. You have to come down to Jingle. So it took a year, but I'm finally here. So thank you for having me.
So the format is we're 10-minute presentation and 10 minutes for Q&A. So now we have 10 minutes for Q&A.
So I'm really sorry I missed. I think I jumped in when you were starting off with pause, but it would be awesome if you just give me a 2-minute. You don't have to go back to your site, but just 2-minute background of what you're trying to do.
Okay.
We'd love to hear your personal background as well.
Okay. So my name is Tam Ding. Yep. So I'm the co-founder of Dajomba.
Yeah.
Dajomba is a Tibetan company which is still under registration right now. It's a service and product-based IT solutions, and that is the only thing where we get revenue. However, this time we have thought of different product which can help our society to make a big impact. So we are trying to build a point of sale systems to the Tibetan shops so that they can have proper data and they can plan for the next business as well. So that is my main objective right now.
There was something about websites. I saw something about.
Yes, we develop website and mobile applications. So that is basically the income that we get right now. But for that point of sale systems, we have to expand, we have to, release costs first, and then we have to make the product. So that is why we are here right now. I'm here.
And what's your personal background?
I came from Tibet. I was born in Tibet. I came from Tibet at the age of 4. So it's been almost 22 years in India right now. And I've done my BSc Computer Science in Bangalore itself. And then I have worked under some company, then freelancing, then I wanted to be my own boss, and then we started with our company.
Thanks.
Yeah, welcome.
So, yes, you have mentioned that you are the first mobile app developer in Tibetan community, right? But I think there are someone who's developing the mobile apps and all. I'm not sure if you have seen the Ga, Ga. They're developing lots of different apps for students and all.
Okay, so I have clearly mentioned that we are the first mobile app developer company in like Tibetan society. So far there is no company as such. So the reason why we are entering that company and giving more stress is if you are getting your project done from a company or a person, that there is a big difference. You know, you will get more trustworthy when you are your project is done by some company. So that's why I have clearly mentioned that we are the first mobile app developer company, but not as a person. Yeah.
So, I mean, nicely done. I think
Thank you.
you covered a lot. Thank you, sir. You covered a lot.
Thank
You
you.
did go into quite a depth at certain places where it was required. You started with the name and the description, so that's always helpful and allows you to build a connect with the audience.
Yes, thank you.
You also used the word perfect teams, and you're pretty excited about the people you work with. That came out very well. A couple of things here. You talked about the apps and you talked about the website. And I started thinking as an audience or / investor, let's say here, that you are someone who's only building apps and websites. So now I'm thinking only in that sense.
Yes.
But your focus of this pitch or conversation here was actually the POS,
Yes.
right? So I think the focus should be on POS. Talk about that. And then get into, oh, by the way, we also do apps and websites. This is what we have done. And this is how we are making money.
Okay.
This will actually satisfy because you talk about
Okay.
data management, back end, front end. You talked about digitizing. I think you also said that we are not doing this for money, we are doing it as a social service. And I want to ask you why you're doing it for social service. Right? So now I'm actually asking you why you're doing it for social service. Why not charge money for this?
Yes. So we are actually doing it for social thing, and moreover, it is not free. Of course, we are charging. Obviously, we have to bear the expenses. However, when we check about when we look at the Tibetan society right now, in terms of digital life, Tibetan is lagging behind. So there is saying that the young generation will do, and that will keep on going. So if we don't put a step, then no one will work.
Perfect, right? I think this you should just say it even for allowing someone to ask this question.
Yes.
Let the why come out much before than the what and the how. The what and the how came out, the why was kind of coming a little later. And then it gets sidelined, right? The what and the how becomes so big. So that digitization of Tibetan business owners, that alone, with just these 3 words, digitization for Tibetan business owners,
Okay.
massive market,
Yes. Got it.
right? Massive opportunity. And I think the 2 slides you did, which were issue facing and solutions, very nicely done.
Thank you.
But pick on 2 or 3 issues and 2 or 3 solutions. There were 1 or 2 which were not really relevant, right? So then it dilutes the focus on the main issues.
Okay.
You talked about, no time for important works. What kind of important works? That's one of the biggest ones. Go a little deeper into that. That let's say a business owner has to find new products, find new customers, has to spend time in marketing, or find a new business partner, or want to expand. He doesn't have time for that because he's using pen and paper everywhere.
Yes.
This is where my solution comes in, and this is what allows you to do have more time. So then
That's
the
right.
impact becomes much stronger that way.
Yep.
You also did a lot of good comparison on the competition. But I know IBM also has POS, but they're
Yes.
really high end, like all the touch screens. But TVS, I don't know if you know TVS. They make keyboards as well, by a South-based company. Look them up. They make very low-cost POS as well. They have those thermal printers and they've made an app. I can
Okay.
actually, include everything here and it's gonna print out here a receipt. So everything goes onto a cloud. You don't even need a tablet. There's a phone. A lot of parking attendants in New Delhi area are actually using that. So is it really at the same level, much higher, deeper in terms of the technology? You talked about saving the data records for lifetime. Why lifetime?
Just to make it more impact.
Yeah, but again, right?
Yeah.
So if you say this to me just to make more impact, as I understand, like, but the law doesn't require one to have records beyond 7 years. For taxation or legal purposes, as a company, if I'm a company, I need to have all the tax records and everything for no more than beyond 7 years. Am I right, sir? 7 years, right? Some companies do it for 10 years. Some of them do it even to be careful for 15 years. But lifetime really means lifetime, and that will involve a cost for you.
Yes, but again, we are using the best web services. We are using Amazon Web Services to keep the data.
Lovely.
So,
Not a problem. I agree. But even that has a cost involved, right?
yes.
And that maintenance will come into it. And someone actually has to go through 20 years or 30 years of records, then the effort will have to come from you.
Yes,
So think about that.
Yes, yes.
You can keep it for lifetime.
yes.
I'm not saying don't keep it, but I have a very strong justification of why you would want to spend resources and time and effort and money as well. You pay AWS as well.
Yes, we are paying.
How much?
So far, we haven't paid much. We have paid only 500 or 600 per month because we have only 2-3 websites and an application.
Did they not give you credits?
Sorry?
Did they not give you free credits?
No, we are going for the basic version. So they are giving certain limits for free, and if we extend that, then they are charging.
So generally, I'll connect you with a gentleman who's working in AWS.
Some free credits for it. Yeah.
Yeah, $1,000, which is a lot. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get anything like that.
We'll figure that out.
Okay, that would be great.
So, also what I loved is that you actually had a plan that, okay, for this year I'm going to do research, 3 shops. Why 3 shops? Why not 10? Where are these 3 shops? What are they selling? Who's the customer there? What's the average kind of buy? Like the average kind of buy is 100 rupees, or average buy per customer is 1,000 rupees. What kind of system are they using before? So think of all these questions as well.
Okay.
I'm asking to people who presented earlier as well. The aim is not here for you to walk away with all the answers. I think if people here can leave you with a few questions and then you can continue building on it, that would
Yes.
be a better way. So think of why 3 shops? Why not 10?
Yes.
Or why not just 1? Prepare for every answer that you think a question can come for
Yes.
from anyone you're pitching this to. One thing which kind of 2 questions essentially. Why are you selling hardware at such a low cost? I mean, 50% at your loss.
Yes. So the thing is, in Tibetan people mentality, when you say a huge price, they don't look at the reason why you are charging. They will just look at the money, and moreover, we are doing more of social things for this, and we are getting profit in the next or later year. So we are thinking for the long term.
Fair enough. Do they pay the 3,500 rupees upfront one time?
Yes, one time.
Why not you get 12,500 rupees, include your product cost into it, say I'm giving you hardware which is at anyway cost in the market, but I'm giving you my services software for free. Right? So then the 3,500 is less than the 6,000 which you're letting go of the 12,500. That will make EMI 1,000 rupees per month. Find a way
Yes.
wherein you still make money.
Yes.
There's no shame in making
Yeah,
money. Do
we
social purpose,
yeah.
but make money.
Yeah, we have to work more on the pricing and the hardware product
Yeah.
because so far I have not researched so much into that, and the reason why we are making 2 different things is hardware will be the only one cost, and that 3,500 will be like yearly, like
Per
first year, second year, third year, yeah, yearly.
So then give them the hardware first year and say I'm not going to cost you anything for services in the first year. Second year onwards you have to pay for services. By then
Yes.
you would have already gotten your hardware cost, so it's done.
Yeah, we have to
Uh,
change
think
a lot
about
of
it. Of
things.
course, once you do
Yes.
this pilot and talk to people, you will get more data. We come to the financial slide. I'm not saying salaries. How will you guys pay for yourself? What money will you and the other three tenzins make? Their salaries, boss.
Yeah, that is just an approximation.
You need to make money for yourself as well. Don't forget yourself. If you are
Yes.
not taking care of yourself, the enterprise will also not be able to take care of you.
Yes.
So think of that.
Yeah, we will add that.
And how is everyone making profit in the first year?
Now, for me, it is actually loss. But again, we have projects which we are working on. For project, we don't have to spend money, but we have to spend time. So we are ready to give time, but we don't have to.
So how much do you charge per hour? 1,000 rupees an hour?
For website, at the cheapest, we are charging 350 per hour. And for mobile application, it is more.
Fair enough. So when you do this financial projection, then my question is it for the POS part or is it for the entire company?
So this is actually kind of for entire company.
So then this needs to be separated. The other, projects will go out. They won't really matter, and then your time would actually show the value of your time as well. That I charge 350 rupees, but I am not going to charge it in the first year. That means this much loss will be there. It makes it a little more real when you show loss in the first year.
Yeah.
If everyone's making profit in the first year, I will also start doing business.
Yes.
But think about it. I think separate the different projects, because again the focus is POS. That's where you're also bringing in that digital India, digitizing the community. Think of, can you link it to any government messaging schemes as well? That will add credibility. Right? So, but really nicely done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions?
Just a couple of questions. How much are you pitching for? How much funding do you see?
We are looking for amount of 7.25 lakh.
To procure your pods?
Yes, to have a point of sale system for 50 shops and to do the research for the first year.
So, congratulations, it's really, really nicely put together.
Thank you so much.
And I think you have a great business opportunity.
Yes.
You have your cash cow, which is your services way, which can ask, and this is a real solid opportunity that you're chasing. Very, very well put together, very, very well sort of, your unit economics are pretty on point. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
So, good afternoon, everybody. So, my name is Jampel. So, our company name is Zoe Mama, which is the online platform for the clothing business. So, first I want to share the first my designation that I'm a graphic designer for first, and my backgrounds earlier I used to work. So many things which earlier I used to miss experience and all. First I done the graphic designing in arena animation for 1 year. Then as a graphic designer I work as a APKG company for 1 month, and then 7 months in a marketing guy in a Good Boss online company. And these two, why I should highlight it, because this is a green. Because it is a unique one, because two companies clothing contract means I do summarize it, because two company called clothing means the first I should go with the backgrounds means the first in a ABKG company there used to be lots of IT students, IT peoples are there, so they don't have that much time. So I used to work there as a graphic designer first in a Good Boss, means in a ABKG company, and there I got a one contract over there to make logos for their t-shirts, for their shirts, and then I got a huge 50 t-shirts, 50 design of t-shirts and all, and then I do that all, and then and second thing, veterinary hospitals, I done that, their own designs and all. The dog, they have some NGO or something like that. I done that also. Two design for youth and 100 t-shirts sold. That means there is a summarized one also. That means two design I make it in a one arena animation, and there is a one carnivals happening over there, and I used to make it over one design which is sold over 100 t-shirt around to half an hour or something like that. There was a record over there, and these are the Western design which I make it all. This is for music lovers, and this is something like those who are root and something like that. These are the Tibetan designs. Newly arrives, nobody has seen all those things, because those are the creativity which we do that, all those things. These are the Tibetan designs which I put up on the t-shirts on all. These are also, and those are the graphics made Photoshop, everything. And then this is also the newly I designed. Those are the newly Tibetan designs, and these two are the unique designs which in the market there is no one has, means which we made it. There is two t-shirts which we combine each others and we made it. This is the uniqueness, but the thing is that in a market it goes, I didn't do the data analysis and all, but I definitely in a young youth or youth people should definitely prefer for that. And why I should buy from you or something like that. And then in a Tibetan community, the Western design makers are very limited. So that's the why I'm the one who making a Western design for the first time in Tibetan community. They are mostly buying from Indian market and then selling into some small shops or something like that. And also they are also buying from some other countries also. They are not making their own. So we are hiring a graphic designing students or for an intern and all, and we are designing our t-shirts and all, Western designs. We want to grow in India. We want to have a plan in India. So, and it's like Modi ji, something like that, make in India type of things, because we make a Western design in India means we are mostly those who are big companies. We are buying from the Benetton or any other company which is Zara or something like this, from a Spanish company or something. So we used to go there and 1,000 rupees we are spending on that. So if we made in India, directly we are selling towards the Indian market. That could be means in a cheaper prices. If we buy from means the Zara or something like that, their transportation fees are a little bit high or something like that. And also we should wait for a longer time to they have their means the minimum of their products are there. So if you wait for the next six months or something like for a new design, so that was a problem. And this is the main thing. So in the Tibetan community, if we design a one I love Tibet or something like that, or any design or something like that, there should be at least for only 6 months or 7 months or something like that. And we used to wear that only. We have no any fashion sense or something like that. So we used to do it like that. Every month we have a curiosity or something like that. If we have iPhone 6, next year we should have iPhone 7 type. So we are designing in a website that 1 month we have a stock of 600 pieces, and then we can sell it out. Then next year we have to wait for our first year, and then we have a new design also. And then we are having a preference to the large market, so that's why our price should be around 150 to 350. So that's the Indian market means the research. Indian market research, because the Indian market, the middle class people are more, so that's why I want to prefer more of 250 to 350 will be the better price for all the maximum peoples. So this is the business plan. I want to have a mass market. This is the first one, because in Indian populations around there is a 1 billion people. So I want to, in a middle class and the lower middle class peoples are more. So I want to have the mass market with the volume of more, and then the price should be less. That people will definitely go for that. Like a Max or something like that, they have used to have a 200 to 300 rupees, but they're selling too much. Means that they are getting a small profit, but they're getting a more amount of peoples. So that's the thing. And then second, this is very important. First, also we used to go for Instagram and also through Google's, or these are the channels which people should definitely see what in an advert they should go for their and they can see our product, means something like that, through Google's and Instagrams, and we can post our products onto the Instagram also. And those sale tools are the e-commerce business, like Snapdeal and Flipkart and all. They have 30 crore or 40 crore people's existing customers are there. I used to go for that also, because there is an opportunity to have more customers. Our main thing is to sell the product, most important thing, not to means not to wait for a longer time or website to be operated or something like that. We should go for some advanced giant companies, and we used to go there also. We have our website also. We used to have distribute also. Those are the we get a more profit or something like that. I used to think about that. And then our through my calculation. So if we sell around 600 pieces for a month, and then we will get we will be stable in the market. So that's my thinking. This is my business plan. We are a very simple model. Raw material we came from we can get from Bangalore. There is a chick bed and all. They have lots of plain t-shirts, which is a good t-shirts, and I got from the and then we should make it in our office or something like that. We have our machine and all, and we have our graphic designing and all, everything sure, and we can distribute to the shops and the online. Online is our website, and the second one is to distribute towards the small shops. This is a customer satisfaction. Before that, the people will think that if I they used to if they buy a good t-shirt or something like, they feel very happy about that. Every time changing a new t-shirt is like is feel very happy or something like that. It feels like a new day or something like that. So I used to be thinking that if he buy for 1,000 rupees a one t-shirt, he is getting a 300 rupees a one t-shirt, and they will having a 4 t-shirt for 4 days or something like that, or for a week or something like that. So that's the satisfaction we want to create it in the next future. And digital resources, social media, and the social media like Facebook and Instagram, we used to use that, and Tibetan newsletters and the YouTubes. For a newsletter is the most important thing in Tibetan community, to advertise or to show our products and all, and we can elaborate the people, our description, our products, involvements, and everything should be described through newsletters. And then I told you about the online shopping like Snapdeal and this Amazon and Flipkart. And this is our side told us that the Canvas is the best tool for a designing purpose, and Photoshop is the little bit high in the prices, but the thing is that the quality of the designing is very good for making one design. These are the digital resources which we are using. Social benefits are the more job opportunity for graphic designers. This is a very important thing. In a graphic designing purpose, mostly the student used to go for a class for 2 hours or something like that, and also they used to have an intern like that. We should give him an intern or something like that, and also in a best skilled person will get also a good job from our side, and then we can create a graphic designing some people's more graphic designing, and then we can create a department for some card also, and also for t-shirt making also, and there is the whole room should be with the graphic designers. So this is my vision for that. And then society development programs. Those are the programs which happenings, welfare programs and all, for old age home or something like that. We should, if the in a social benefit, I should do in a later future. Right now we didn't think about that because we didn't sold that much product and all. Later in the future we should thinking about society development programs and all. And you get product design. And this is the for in a after 1 or 2 years we are distributing a free T-shirt which we are making for dogs or something like that, for a vegetarian purpose or something like that, awareness for a vegetarian or something like that, social beneficial for some don't beat the dogs and or something like that. There is a everything which is the vegetarian should be increase more or something like that, like a campaign type of things we are making for and distribute towards the people, something like that for free or something like that. On future plan and milestone, those are the things which I want to make it in the next 2 or 3 years back later on, because those are the graphic designing works, brochure designs, logo design, magazine layout and the invitations and packaging designs. Everything should be done by the graphic designers. First we can only concern on the T-shirt and the clothing business, and later on after 2 or 3 years we want to go for a brochure design, logo design. There is more demand on their poster designs and everything, and more stores should be open in Delhi, Baroda and Chandigarh or something like that. And we should also cooperate with the schools, colleges also for making a logos or a jersey or something like that, as Varun Agarwal is doing nowadays, alma maters, something like that. We are going to make a branding bags, and first we should only have some clothing business, right? So we should also have some bags or shoes or belt or caps. Everything should be made by our graphic designers. So this is the profit and loss account for a per annum. Gross margin should be only a 42.42, and our raw material cost is around 7,20,000. The cost of goods sold is 13,000. Gross profit should be 10,08,000 rupees. Our net profit around 68.65%. So that's our account. Thank you.
So I'll kick it off. Thanks, Tanvi, for staring at me. Sorry, what's your name?
Jampel.
Yeah.
Jampel.
Can you spell it for me?
JMPEL.
Jampel?
Ishi.
Jampel?
What?
Am I saying it right?
Jampel.
Jampel? Am I saying it right? Yeah, that's perfect. Got it. So, Jampel, who's your customer? Who's your customer? Who
Customers.
will be buying your beautifully designed Western and Tibetan and that? By the way, I love that split design, unique. I don't think so I'll ever wear it, but that was very unique. Who will buy those t-shirts from you? Who's your customer?
Oh, the age segments is around 14 to 28.
14 to 20 years old.
Yes.
Where are they?
They
Where are
most
they living?
colleges. The 14 is a school.
School and colleges.
Colleges.
Okay. And when you're going to school and colleges, do they pay for their clothes on their own, or their parents pay for it?
I do 14 means the 9th standard, and then 28 means the before marriage, something like that. Is near to the marriage or something. If they finish enjoying or something, they used to have wear a casual wear or something, which is graphic t-shirts. You know.
And you talked about customer satisfaction. That was a pretty creatively done slide. You want them to feel great good about themselves wearing a different T-shirt every day?
Yeah, means the monthly wise is the we used to design a new we used to design through Photoshop a new type of designs. But the
That's
thing,
fine.
yeah,
But how do you want them to feel?
we feel like those people, the rich people, they used to wear means the celebrity used to wear those design T-shirt, but they can't afford it. But the thing is, the material way that there will be a different, but the design way, I must say that I should design that much I can.
So here's me asking a few more questions, and you don't have to answer them.
Yes, sir.
But I think someone's making notes for you. Any notes for? Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Again, I think you need to go back and really spend some time on figuring out who's your customer
Okay, sir.
and what is the value that you're giving to them.
Okay, sir.
These two things.
Okay, okay, sir.
Once you figure this out, everything else will fall into place.
Yes, sir.
In Jeremy, he'll need to work on the BMC model, but start with just CS and BP because your customer segmentation is very wide.
Okay, sir.
The good thing is you know how you want them to feel. And I'm thinking like if I'm a youngster, when I was in college, sadly I didn't wear any t-shirts. I was one of those kids who wore shirts to college and was made fun of it all the time. But what I remember, kids would love to have a new color, a good design t-shirt every day. Like you want them to feel fantastic, good of themselves, really colorful, probably with a message about vegetarian, being vegan, love for animals, right? So I heard a lot of messages coming from you, but I'm not sure what is that you want to work on. Is it the Western designs? Is it the cause messaging campaigning? Is it about brands and logo with the colleges, the alma maters? Is it more about giving opportunity to designers, graphic designers? If that's the case, then your business model, then you can sell it to everyone. Why 14 to 20-year-olds? Then you can sell it to Jeremy and I as well, right? That means more money. So think of who is your customer. Really think about who do you want to sell to at what price point. Why would they buy from you? And I think then it would be a starting point. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done here. A lot of work. Yeah, and might be a little bored, but I'm happy to come back again and spend half a day with him and work on BNC with him. Yeah, I think just that. There are a lot more questions than I think, but
Yes,
that
sir.
they can wait.
So first up, yeah, I think it's a great business. Many entrepreneurs have built t-shirt brands successfully across the world over the past few decades. You're onto something amazing. It's very easily you can break even very easily. You can sort of create a brand, and if you at that price point with the younger audience, especially, I didn't see Facebook in your. You mentioned Google, you mentioned Instagram, but this sort of an audience is significantly there on Facebook, and you realize that you will be able to yield better economics by remarketing and targeting on Facebook, and Instagram is a lot more expensive. And I think if you can, amongst multiple branding ideas, the unique designs, be Tibetan, be messaging, I think you should focus on anchoring one and killing it, and then go into multiple other segments. You do well, and I'm glad you mentioned Mario, because I think if you're following the right kind of businesses, or you're looking up towards the right kind of businesses, even those guys actually just anchored in one segment before they went. So I think it's a great business. You have, your head's in the right place. I want you to spend some time going through your P&L, and why you mentioned 600 sales a month. At 600 sales a month, at 250 rupees a product, you'll make 1.5 lakhs of revenue a month. You may have to rethink the volume,
Okay, sir.
especially at a low margin, low top line business. When a product is priced at 250 quickly, it'll sell like hotcakes. You need to maximize a lot more volume. So how will you get there with the volume? So actually, we're going to spend some time. How did you get to this 23.76 number? What is the unit economics?
This one, sir.
Yeah.
Is 600 pieces for 330 rupees.
For 330.
Means 600 pieces every month.
Yeah.
That is equal to means the 12 months we should do that. So
Okay, 330 is your number.
yeah, between the 250
Most
to
of these 600 or 7,200 a year, you will acquire them digitally.
yes, sir.
Do you know what is your customer acquisition cost of digital marketing, which I don't see here?
Digital marketing.
So you'll have to spend some money on Facebook ads,
Yes, sir.
Google ads, right? None of that is here. And that's what he's asking.
So,
To get a new customer every time to buy it, you should from your
And it'll buy, it'll sell like hotcakes on Facebook or on Instagram, or Google may not be the most appropriate medium at this point in time. You should purely focus on SMM before going into SEM. But you should strongly recommend factoring in the cost of acquiring a customer
yes, sir.
digitally. Because that will really, that's your highest cost item. It's not raw material, it won't be a salary, it won't be anything, it will be cost of digital marketing.
Yes,
And we can, the key will be to break even, and it won't break even initially.
yes, sir.
It won't break even initially, you will have to pump in a lot more initially, start getting the engine going, start driving sales, and then then strongly recommend factoring in a digital marketing cost.
Okay, sir.
What is your ask? What are you looking to raise?
The most important thing is we for machine purpose we want to
How much will the machine cost?
machine costs around 2 lakh something like that.
Is it a 3D printing machine? What machine are you trying to buy?
Is a kind of the pros. There is a two type of machines are there, pros or something like that. So I want to go for pros or something like that. In Chinese mode, made in Chinese or made in India, something that costs around 2 lakh. That not be very high or not that much low, mid one.
How many of you are doing this business? Is it just you alone? Do you have a team?
Yeah, we have a team.
How many people? Are they full timers?
Only 2 graphic designers are there, and one BCA guy who is working on website and all, and then apps making and all. So I'm working as a graphic designer. Means I used to design all and also go for material purpose. I used to go there and just take it all those things. Till now, so we have done 2-3 projects only, not that much.
I think don't worry about the website right now. What he's saying is your product that has to be ready.
Build the website on Shopify.
Yeah.
Free of cost. Build it very lean, very neat and clean.
Yes, sir.
Simple to the point.
And then also the question you asked about the machine,
Yes, sir.
you were not able to answer which machine, which company, which brand. And as an investor, if he's giving you money, he'll walk away right now.
Yes, sir.
You
Machine.
should have those at the tip of your tongue. I am asking for 500,000 rupees, 300,000 will go for the machine, 1,000 for installation, 1,000 for raw material, and then I will start pumping it out. Like, so really break it down and have those data that homework needs to be done.
Okay, sir.
Also, since you mentioned the alma mater, one another one, whoever that guy is, and you're right, that t-shirt making business is really big. There's a huge market. People use and throw t-shirts like anything. They end up becoming, within a month or two, they end up becoming those duster mobs at home. There's also a website, and I bought it via their Facebook advertisement. They make some star printed pajamas called Babakoof. Babakoof is the name of the brand. And I think they didn't start on the website. They actually started selling it on Facebook altogether.
Yes.
And really cheap. Like 3 pajamas subscription during the winter time. Every month they would send a different style. And for I think 1499. Right? So I'm just giving a number. Like think of that subscription based model as well. You give one and every 3rd week you get a new t-shirt. Every 2nd week you get a new t-shirt because you want to keep them hooked on as well. I think that's later.
Yeah, deprioritize tickets.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
can you just go to your slide one sec? I just want to. First slide, where you have your first slide. Even before this. Yeah. So I think as you go deeper in the business and as you acquire customers, you will realize that the brand name needs to be very catchy. The brand name needs to be on your. How easily can it get to your customers now? So actually, I want to ask you, why do you come up with Zoe Mama?
Yeah, so sometime reading, trying to read that as well. Yeah.
There is the story, ma'am. Yes, there is the story.
Yeah.
So, when I was small, I used to see the one serial or kind of things in over American. There is one character. He used to always say like Zoe Mama or something. It is easy for me, the people to pronounce it. So that's the thing. So till now, I didn't at the age of this when I was small, I didn't think about to make a e-commerce. But the thing is that till now, I also have in my mouth. I'm Mr. easily say that Mr. Zoe Mama. It's like a little bit easy pronounce it or something like that.
So I can see how it's an emotional decision. And how I will recommend you rethink this for
Yes, sir.
the sake of, and think of it as a business decision.
Yes, sir.
Dissociating yourself.
Yes, sir.
The Wimpy Kid Diaries, yeah, that's where it comes from. Just try to Google where does this come. I think it's a really good thing that you picked up something where you have a emotional connection with.
Yeah.
Probably you could reword this, acronym it, or I'm sure there are other memories as well. Is there a word which is a little more simpler and a little more catchy? But that's a good point, right? When you're starting, when you want people to recollect your name every time again and again, you'll have to pick up a different kind of name than this. So think about it. Again, choice is yours. Whether you change it or not is all yours.
Yeah, sir.
However you feel strongly about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So sorry, sir. Do you have questions? Okay, perfect.
Questions?
Thank you.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್